Okay, here we go. Herd beginner race. This is the sub 425 A category in herd beginner racing. You can only see our category. We've got 7 riders. Says there were 8, but looks like the 8th didn't make it out of the pen. Start was pretty tame, not too bad at all, and off we go. The course is the electric loop, not the electric circuit or the electric circus. And yeah, we're just going along here. See, I'm pretty much staying at the back. I kind of come through the pack a little bit during the sprint just to get the best time, just goofing around. There's a couple little 2-3% grades here, but there's nothing that's gonna really cause anybody to go. Yeah, I'm kind of dangling off the back here, just hanging out. Um, so yeah, as you start to dangle back, you do lose some draft. But yeah, I've found as we go here that yeah, you save more by being at the back and not fighting for position within the group. Then you lose sometimes being little further off the back. So that's usually how I ride. Um, so it was pretty tame through here still. As we go, we'll have a cut, and we saw yeah a little bit of steering shenanigans there. So as we go, I think coming up after we get through the arcade, it's going to be the first of many, many, many attacks here. So we and here we go. There he goes, Marcuson off the front. It looks like there was a gap, so I pushed through. You see that nice little big red spike at the bottom in my power, and we get there. So, like I said, herd beginner racing is usually relatively short, relatively flat races, and we run them with very narrow categories. Um, so the idea is that everybody gets a good race. And looking through here, we're almost at the end of the first lap of 3. There's been one real attempt to drop people or at least split the group, and it was not successful. So yeah, we've got a good, really tight race here. As far as the Zwift Racing Score, say that the very narrow, it's the top of 5 categories, and it's sub 425 as opposed to the default that's goes to 1,000 for top category. I actually entering this race am right at the top of the category at 423. So, knowing that, I was kind of the expectation that I should be able to, however the race unfolds, end up with at least a chance to compete for the win at the end. And that also kind of helps me as I'm doing this dangle off the back here because, I'm confident that when I do this, if a gap does open up and somebody loses a wheel in front of me, I can surge and get back onto the front group. And yeah, I've already done that once, and there goes Williday and Marcuson again, and Riordan. I'm on it. So right here, it looks like we've dropped M Mini, and Pennick was put under a little bit of pressure there as well. Here early on the second lap, he does get back here shortly. Here he comes. Yeah, so Now we're back to a group of 6 about halfway through the second lap. And kind of if you watch Minnie here behind us, she's constantly putting out 4.5, or at least 3.5, almost the whole rest of the race. If she hadn't gotten dropped out of the draft just by that 1 or 2 seconds, as here we have another attack. I get back into the draft, and we are good to go. So there's 3 of us now, 4, as Davis gets in here too. So she kind of tried to go over the top. I do a little bit here too, but not really much point of it. And now we've lost 2 others with that last attack. So one rider looks like either had an electronical, as I like to call the mechanicals on Zwift, and lost connection, or they gave up when they got dropped, which, many people do. I don't love it, but people do. So Will Day got dropped from the group, and I think he stayed as long as he could and then blew up because he dropped straight through Minnie and couldn't keep up with them. So now we're 4 up with just over a lap, and so really everybody here has shown the ability to surge up in the 5 watt a kilogram range when needs to. We've all kind of pushed a little bit at different times. So I'd kind of taken over the front, then Riordan came through. And we're just sitting here and waiting, and boom, we are on the final lap. And so there goes Davis. So he gets 2 seconds here, and then then Markussen pulls that in. I had actually been sitting there at that point because everything had closed up, and I didn't want to work it just to bring people back. I was waiting to see if Davis could get 4 or 5 seconds and maybe try and bridge across. So here, I've been using my power-ups every single time because I haven't gotten my aero helmet yet. So I had just used a feather. I just got another feather. I did have the one draft truck earlier as we, opens up again, get back into his draft and stay here. And then it comes back together again as Davis is pushing 5 behind. There he is. So we're moving along. Really, all of these guys, these other 3 guys here, all look like good, solid riders. All seem to know how to race. And I guess that, when you're looking at the A category of herd beginner racing, that's kind of what you expect. It's still really good racing in that, the category is super narrow. So, yeah, you're probably going to have a good race, even if, so I don't know why Will Day blew up there, but he obviously hit his limit for today and got dropped out. Looking at Minnie would have been able to stay if they hadn't lost the draft, I think. Looking at their power numbers after the race, I'm pretty sure they're a smaller rider, so that may have been just a little bit too much, and then too much to try and get back. I think the other guys here are all just kind of my weight in the mid 80s kilograms, plus or minus a bit, or 10 kilograms. So I used my feather, and and boom, I got my aero helmet, which is exactly what I wanted. So there, now we're only 1.7, just over a mile from the finish now. So at this point, I'm sitting here. I'm just gonna cover everything and see what happens. So here after that last cover, I ended up on the front. So I just back off. We're inside the last kilometer. I'm hoping so here we go. Speed comes up. So now we're going a little faster. Draft is more. 300 meters inside 300, and boom, off we go.